Good morning, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to another video. I hope you have been keeping so very well. I am very excited for today's video for two major reasons. The first reason being that this is a what I eat in a week video. I love them, you love them, we all love them. It's a whole moment. And as well as that, I am so excited because I have worked with one of my favorite brands, Coconut Bowls, on today's video. So I started using Coconut Bowls products over 6 years ago when I first became vegan and I discovered the wonderful world of smoothie bowls. Now I like to use them for a variety of different things, and I am just really stoked and grateful to be working with them on today's video. So I should actually get some of their products and show you. Give me one sec. So this is my Coconut Bowls collection, and you're gonna see that I use a lot of these throughout the week in general, but something that I'm obsessed with right now is this brand new Sunshine and Rainbows collection that they have just released. I've been loving this bowl so much. It is so cute. And Coconut Bowls have very, very kindly offered a discount for you if you're interested in trying out their products. It is Amanda15. It will get you 15% off their products. I personally used to love giving these as gifts in like a little hamper with some vegan treats. So if you're stumped for Christmas gift ideas at the moment, let that be one for you. So not only am I obsessed with Coconut Bowls because of the way that my food looks in it and just how cute they are in general, I also love them as a business because they are super sustainable. All of their coconut bowls are made from discarded coconut shells. Everything is upcycled, and as well as that, as a company, they are very, very charitable in the things that they do for protecting our planet. So definitely a great company to support, a company I'm really, really grateful to be working with. Once again, you can use my code Amanda15. I will link it down in the description box below. And yeah, let's get into everything that I ate in a week, and you're gonna see how I used these awesome products throughout my week. Okay, so Monday morning I started with my Vitamix. I put in some plant-based milk as well as vanilla protein powder, some frozen banana as well as an acai sachet, and then I blended this all together until it was really nice and smooth. Then I served it into one of my coconut bowls. I topped it with some smooth peanut butter, and then I also put some coconut yogurt on top as well as some fresh mango because mangoes are in season here right now. I also added some fresh strawberries as well as blackberries, and then hemp seeds on top. And yeah, this was a really delicious start to the day. The combination of acai and peanut butter just never gets old. It is so good and it reminds me so much of the summertime. Then I was going to work this day, so I prepared some lunch. I put some spinach into a container, put in some crispy oven roasted chickpeas that I had made. I then added in some sun-dried tomato as well as some vegan feta, and then I also put some hemp seeds on top. I seem to put hemp seeds on everything, but yeah, this is what I took for lunch at work today. And then when it came to dinner time, I was really in the mood for potatoes, so I chopped some potatoes into like 2cm pieces, and then I put these into a pot of boiling water for about 15 to 20 minutes. Once they were nice and soft, I transferred them into a bowl, and then I added some olive oil, salt and pepper as well as nutritional yeast, and I tossed this all together so it was nice and well coated. Then I put this onto a baking tray and I roasted these in the oven until they were nice and golden. Whilst they were cooking, I made a dressing with some tahini, maple syrup, lemon juice, and then I also added in a bit of Dijon mustard. Mixed this together with a little bit of water, and then I poured it over a whole bunch of greens and tossed it all together. On top of this, I put my crispy potatoes. Oh my goodness, these were so good. They were so good. And I drizzled some more of that dressing on top, put some basil on top as well as some hemp seeds, and that is what I had for dinner on Monday. And that brings us over to Tuesday. So on Tuesday morning I started my day by making a homemade granola. I love making granola myself because I can put whatever I want in it and it just tastes so good. So this had oats, quinoa flakes, it had some coconut flakes as well. I also like to put nuts in, so I added in some almonds. I also added in some walnuts. I tend to make granola with whatever I have on hand at that time. I also added in some chia seeds as well as some pumpkin seeds, and then from there I also added in some sultanas as well as some goji berries. I like to add something like this to have a little bit of chewiness. I then also added in hemp seeds, and then I started tossing this together. Toss this together together relatively well. Then I added in some cocoa powder as well as some salt. Continued to toss it all together, making sure I had enough cocoa powder, and here I add in some oil as well as maple syrup. I used olive oil because it's what I had, but you can use coconut oil and it'll honestly probably taste better. So then I transferred this onto a lined baking tray and spread it all out so that it would toast nice and evenly. Put this in the oven for about 10 minutes and then I pulled it out to toss it and then put it back in for a further 5 to 10 minutes. So I had some of this for breakfast this morning. I obviously made a huge batch but only had a little bit of it for breakfast with some coconut yogurt as well as some raspberries and some fresh banana. And yeah, this was my breakfast. Once again, served in one of these coconut bowls. So cute. Okay, for lunch I decided to make like a baked bean situation, but this one I also put some leek and some kale into, and then I also topped it with some coconut yogurt and some spring onion. I have a baked beans recipe on my website, so I'll link it down below, and you can just add veggies to it if you have any on hand you're wanting to use up. Like I've mentioned, summer is well and truly on its way here in Australia, so I had some orange juice as a little sweet, refreshing snack this afternoon, and yeah, this was served in one of these coconut bowls cups as well. Okay, so then moving on to dinner, and I had netball on Tuesday night. I really was not in the mood to cook and spent a lot of time in the kitchen, so I made one of these frozen pizzas. These are really, really good. I am obsessed with these pizzas so much. The brand is Vegans or Vegans. I never know if I'm pronouncing things correctly, but yeah, this one was really yummy. It had spinach and vegan cheese, and oh, it just totally hit the spot. Sometimes frozen pizza is the only thing that will hit the spot. Okay, moving on to Wednesday morning. I'm starting my day in a classic Amanda Ducks way. I am making some avocado on toast. So I started with some avocado into a bowl, and then I also added in some vegan feta, which I'm loving so much, as well as some lemon, and then I couldn't mash this together because the avocado wasn't quite ripe, so I used scissors, and it worked kind of a treat. It made kind of like a cubed avo situation, and I topped it with some hemp seeds. Lovely. Then of course I made an iced cacao to go with this. This is one of the most satisfying iced cacao shots I think I've ever done. It was so delicious, and if you want an iced cacao recipe, it's linked below. Okay, so for lunch I had pre-prepared some overnight like oats situation, just with some oats, chia seeds, hemp seeds. I think that's all I did. Vanilla, milk and maple syrup. Yeah, and I mixed this together, and I had set it in the fridge just to use whenever I needed like a snack, and then I needed a snack, and so I put this into my coconut bowl with some extra coconut yogurt as well as some soy milk on top. I also then put some fresh strawberries as well as fresh blackberries on top, and then because it's mango season and I can't get enough of them, I of course put some fresh mango on top as well, and once again served this in one of these super cute coconut bowls. Okay, so now I'm moving on to what I had as a little snack. I went to the supermarket this day and I was getting peckish while I was there, so I got one of these protein bars to try, and honestly it was really, really good. Then on Wednesday night I went to our friend's house for dinner and we had taco night. Oh my god, so yummy. I think taco night is one of my favorite things to do when you're like sharing food with friends, and we had hard tacos and soft tacos. It was just so delicious. So I ate 4 of these tacos, 2 soft tacos and 2 firm tacos. I had some tofu on this. I know, a little bit wild, a little bit different for me, but it was really yum. Okay, so Thursday morning I made a smoothie bowl with some ice as well as frozen banana, then some blackberries as well as some plant-based milk, some cocoa powder, and then some peanut butter as well. I blended this all together so it was kind of like a cacao peanut butter smoothie bowl with a little blackberry twist, if you want to call it that. So I put this into one of my coconut bowls, once again topped it with some of my homemade granola I had made earlier in the week, topped it also with some peanut butter as well as some hemp seeds, and then I topped it with some fresh strawberries. So delicious, and yeah, really, really yummy. I'm loving smoothie bowls as the weather gets warmer here on the Gold Coast. It is just divine. When it came to lunch, I was in the mood for beans. I mean, when am I not in the mood for beans, really? really, but I was in the mood for beans, so I cooked some black beans with a little bit of tinned tomatoes over the stove. Then I also added in some taco seasoning, which I'm loving. It's just like a quick and easy spice blend lately. I mix this all together over the heat with a little bit of olive oil, and then into a bowl I put some spinach, rocket and cucumber with some olive oil, as well as lemon juice and pepper, and I toss this together as kind of like our side salad to have with this dish. So into my serving bowl I put some cooked brown rice, as well as my side salad situation, some of my black bean mixture. Then I also topped it with some coconut yogurt, as well as served it with some lime, and this was really yummy. Once again, a super easy meal that I love to make throughout the week. It's super delicious. Okay, then for dinner this evening we had a friend over and we decided to make rice paper rolls for dinner. Once again, something I love as the weather gets warmer here. On these rice paper rolls I had carrot, cucumber, spring onion, some soy tempeh, as well as coriander, and I had 4 of these with dinner. So we just rolled them all up together, made our rice paper rolls, and then we also made a peanut butter sauce to go with these. I love a peanut butter sauce with my rice paper rolls, and this was a dinner that was very much so enjoyed and was also followed by a delicious dessert. I am obsessed with these Health Lab chocolate bars. Pretty much everything they do I'm obsessed with, but these are my absolute favorite. They are so delicious, and this was actually my first time trying one of these, and yeah, it really hit the spot. I think I went and bought like a whole nother box of them like 2 days later. They're so good. Okay, on Friday morning I started my day by making a bulk batch of baked beans with some olive oil, cannellini beans, as well as tinned tomatoes. I then tossed this together, and then to this I also added in some barbecue sauce, as well as nutritional yeast and smoked paprika and salt and pepper. And then I mixed this all together. This was making enough to serve 3 of us that were at my house at this point. And then yeah, I let these bubble away. Oh, that looks really yummy. That looks so good. And when it came to serving, I served all of ours with 1 piece of toast with vegan butter on top. I then put the baked beans, piled them as high as I could. I love a whole heap of baked beans. Topped it with some vegan feta, of course, so delicious. I put some spring onion on mine, and then also put some dried basil. This was a really delicious start to the day. Love baked beans. They're always such a hearty go-to in our household. Okay, when it came to lunch, I started by getting some roast pumpkin that I had prepared earlier. I put this into a bowl with some steamed broccoli that I had made, as well as some crispy oven roasted chickpeas. I then topped this with some oven roasted crispy kale that I had made, drizzled some tahini on top. I love tahini so very much, as you've probably noticed. Topped it with some hemp seeds, and then served with some limes. This was a really nourishing, hearty, delicious veggie bowl that kept me feeling really full for a really long time. Love having lunches like this where I just throw a bowl together. When it came to dinner time, we had a friend over for dinner, and I made these toasted burritos that I'm obsessed with lately that have beans, rice and corn in. I topped them with some homemade fresh salsa, as well as guacamole, and then a homemade cashew cream that I made. This recipe is in my latest What I Eat in a Day video. I will link it below. And also topped it with some coriander. It was so incredible. I love this so much. It's my favorite dinner at the moment. It was such a beautiful Saturday morning here on the Gold Coast, so Cara and I decided to go for a walk, go to the beach and get acai from our favorite spot. We went to the beach to eat it, and mine had chocolate granola and peanut butter on. So good. Whenever we go and get takeaway acai bowls, we really like to take coconut bowls with us, which is a really easy thing to do to reduce waste. So love that. Then when I got home for lunch, I decided to start by roasting some pumpkin. So I cut up this butternut pumpkin into cubes. I put it onto a baking tray with some olive oil, as well as some pepper, and then I tossed this all together until it was nice and well coated. Roasted this in the oven, and then when it came to serving, I served with some cooked quinoa, put my roasted pumpkin cubes on top. It's so funny how small they get in the oven. And then I also topped it with some pan-fried broccolini that I had also prepared. On top of this, I then served with some lemon just to drizzle on top, as well as this Italian balsamic dressing that we just had in the fridge, and I thought I would give a crack. So yeah, it was a really yummy and nourishing lunch on a Saturday. Then it was time for dinner and I couldn't be bothered cooking, so I ordered takeaway from my favorite Indian restaurant here on the coast. I got a vegan korma with some yellow rice, topped it with some coconut yogurt at home, and I also got a vegan cheesy garlic naan. I am obsessed with this restaurant. It is so good, and I always end up getting takeaway from there when I can't be bothered cooking because it's delicious. Okay, on Sunday morning I went for breakfast with friends and I got myself a green juice. Once again, it's getting really hot here. I don't know if I've said that enough in today's video. It's getting warm. I also got myself Avo Toast Classic. This comes with some vegan feta in. I love it so very much. And then when I got home, I was in the mood for a fresh snack, so I just had a mango. Like I said, I think I've said it like 4 times in today's video, loving mangoes so much at the moment. They're one of the only fruits I really enjoy eating just as the fruit, so absolutely obsessed. And then this is a bit of a random day of eating. I had some leftover curry in the afternoon just because I was hungry and it was there, so it worked out well. And then to end the week, I went to my friend's house for dinner and she prepared this incredible vegan creamy pasta with spinach and tomatoes. Oh my goodness, it was so divine. Hannah, if you're watching this, I deeply need you to make this pasta for me again. It was so good. We also had it with some garlic bread and it was honestly just such a divine way to end a great week of vegan food. Alrighty, my beautiful friends, that was everything that I ate in a week as a vegan. I really hope you enjoyed this video and got some meal inspiration. Don't forget to click the link in my description box to check out coconut bowls. Use my code Amanda15 and I look forward to seeing you very soon with another video. Have a really beautiful day. Thanks for being here. Bye!